So, trying out a new camera. First time I managed to use this, even figure out how to use it. We're here at the transport bridge to try and get a little bit of a sunset, but my luck's never that good when it comes to this, so we'll see. So, just trying a few different things now. Doesn't look like the settings that I had were quite long enough, so I'm trying a 2-minute exposure now just to see whether that actually helps with the movement of the cloud and getting some decent shots. There's a little bit of colour on the clouds, as you can see, but I think I've missed the best of the sunset. Should probably have been here about half an hour ago. Other than that, other than the seagulls, nice quiet evening. Just waiting to see whether I get a decent shot or not. Right, so just going up on the end of the 2-minute exposure now, and let's see whether that's done what I wanted it to. Looks like some decent movement in the cloud there at least. Whether that got picked up by the camera or not, I don't know. So this is what I've got set up. Trying to get a bit more of the cloud in now than I was previously, to get a bit more movement. I'm going to go with another 2 minutes because that seemed to work okay. A little bit of colour in there, nice smoothing of the water, although it's not exactly rough to start with. Yeah, see how this comes out. Need to put the 1000 ND back on though, just to slow it down again. So problem with that, can't see anything now, but everything should be ready. 2-second timer and off for 2 minutes. So I decided to try the same shot again, but this time using it in a 3-minute exposure, just to see whether that actually improves it or not. It should make the foreground a bit lighter and should give me some better detail in the foreground, and maybe even a little bit better reflection in the river. But as it gets a bit darker, I think we'll just have to play it by ear and see whether that works or not. So here it goes, 3 minutes exposure, f11, ISO 200, and see what happens. There's a seagull over there that appears to be laughing at me, so we'll see. We'll see. I think I'll be proved right on this one. But definitely a better night than when I was back here about a week ago. I just socked in completely grey. Some good contrast in the clouds tonight, which allows for some good long exposure photography. All I need now is for the bridge to light up as well. The bridge lit up with a bit of colour in the background, some nice clouds, make for a very good shot. Okay, so that's a 3-minute exposure. It's good movement to the cloud. Not an awful lot of extra colour in the river or brightness along the foreground. So just for a laugh, I'm going to give it going on a 4-minute exposure. Right, so here we go. Same settings as before, same position. I'm going to try it with a 4-minute exposure this time though. So here we go, 2-second timer, and off we go. Now while that 4-minute exposure is going on, I've been hearing some splashes from just down behind me, so I'm wondering whether there's something in the river. They do get seals and stuff down here, and seals are one of the things that I haven't really seen an awful lot of while I've been out photographing. See lots of rabbits, see a fair few owls when out and about. There's a rabbit down there on the road, but not seen much in the way of seals, but something keeps jumping in and out of the water down here. So I'm going to go take a look, see if I can see anything. I think the tide might be in a bit too much for it at the moment, or it's right down there. I'm not sure whether I can zoom in on that and see if there's anything down there. No, zoom's not good enough, but I might have a wander back later and see, because you never know. So, still 2 minutes to go left on the exposure. Have to see how it goes. I'm glad they cut the grass around here. The other night when I was here, the grass was really long, really no good for long exposures. It kept on moving in the breeze. But there's not much of a breeze here at the moment, so that's good. And somewhere over there is about a 50% moon, I think. We can't see that because of the cloud. Have to see how that goes. Right, down to about a minute, and then we'll see. We might have to try different composition, although you're getting some lighter clouds coming through, which could give quite a good effect. I might try something different anyway. Okay, so that's 4 minutes up. Again, so decent movement on the clouds, but it's not adding anything to the foreground. So I'm going to try a different composition and see where I get to. Okay, so I've slightly moved around to where I was the last time I was here. There is a nice bit of brick from an old building that was here previously before everything was knocked down. I've used it a few times in my compositions over the years, when it was snowy, and I've tried it on a few other occasions, but it always looks quite good in the actual image, so I've left it in. Now I am going to go move my bag, but that's going to be in a second once I've decided on the actual composition. That's probably what I'm going to look at. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that'll look good as a long exposure with a few bits of cloud coming through. So put the ND filter back on now. Move the case off the top of the bricks, and getting some nice breaks in the cloud coming through now, so it should make for a very good long exposure. So I'm going to try 4 minutes again, and maybe at some point maybe even put a little bit of light onto the brick at the front as well, just to kind of make it stand out a bit. So 2 second timer, and let's see what we can do. Right, so that's my alarm going off. Time to have a look at this. Ooh, that's gone very dark now. So yeah, I'm either going after the ISO. I'll try and do it a bit longer, but I think 4 minutes is enough. I don't think I need to do any more than that. However, I am going to try and get a picture of that reflection without the ND filter on first, because the reflection on the river looks really nice at the moment. Well, it's a beautiful evening. One of the better ones we've had. Yeah, so nice gaps in the clouds. We'll see how it goes. So the one good thing about the camera is that it has a night mode, which helps me compose images once it starts to get a bit dark and beyond what you can usually see, so you can see more details. Hoping you can see that on there. It seems to be flaring a bit on here, but the camera is supposed to be a 4K camera, so hopefully it's just the screen on the back that's making it look all blown out and you can actually see the composition there. So yeah, I'm pretty much got the horizon on halfway and transport bridge bang in the middle with the bricks as a foreground. See where that works. So turn it back to manual mode. See, it goes quite a lot darker. 2-second timer, and I'm going to do 8 seconds just to get an actual image just of that and see where we're at with it. So just before I was about to take that photo, half the lights came on the bridge. Ooh, and now the other half are coming on. Should make for a more interesting image. So one thing about being about this late on a summer's evening is there aren't a load of flies around, just buzzing around my head all the time. So it's not much fun, but yeah, it's I think it must be pretty much high tide now, because this river is becoming so calm and so flat. Turn it around so you can see. That's some reflection. I'm going to try and, that's going to be probably my next composition, just to see where I can get as much of that reflection as possible. A little bit of the side, a lot of the cloud, long exposure, see how it goes. Well, at least I know the camera works in low light. It's really darkish now here. It's difficult to see. So just going to see how that last 4-minute exposure did. See what happens. Way too dark. Still not light enough. Right. Okay, I'm going to set up a different shot though. I'm going to come back to that because that can be done later. I'm going to need to get this reflection now, I think, before the ripples start coming back. Okay, so even on the night mode it's difficult to see exactly the composition there, but I've got the reflection in with the transport bridge, got a lot of the night sky in. Just need now to get a good long exposure. I've taken the ND 100 off and I'm going to change it back to manual, which I've got 30 seconds, f11, ISO 100. However, I'm probably going to do this for a full minute and see where I get to with a full minute. So, now that time, let's see how we go. So, while I wait for that cloud behind me to come into a position where it make a decent image, so the reason I'm doing this all things being well, I'd have had a friend out with me tonight taking these photos, getting the same images. We'd have been having chats, discussions about what to take, what shutter speeds, how long the long exposures were going to be, possibly even have a bit of a competition to see who could do the longest. I think we've done a 10-minute one once, which was, I think, getting a little bit ridiculous. However, unfortunately, all things aren't equal, and this afternoon he was in hospital and having a, well, let's just say life-changing operation. It's not going to be quite the same after this. He's in for a long recovery period, which isn't good, because I know that all he wants to do is get out and take photos. It's what he does, likes getting out. So as you can tell, this is probably my first real attempt at doing something like this. In fact, I've never done anything quite like this before. I've done a few videos on YouTube, but mainly just time lapses. But this is my first attempt at actually doing a vlog of what I'm doing, where I've been, what my settings are, why I'm taking a shot, those kind of things. And I'm going to put it together into a video for YouTube, and basically so you can still be kind of part of what I'm doing. You can still see what I'm up to, see the images I'm taking, and just basically give them that extra spur on to be back out again soon. Fortunately, it's probably going to be somewhere in the region about 3 to 6 months, but I can do that. I can do this for 3 to 6 months just to see how it goes, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully he'll get the added impetus from watching him to get himself back out again and with me before the end of the year, and we can go and take some proper photos. But yeah, but if these long midges keep going, I might stop. But we'll see. Okay, so those clouds seem to be getting into a position now where a decent exposure will have an effect on it. So I'm going to give it a go. I've got it set at ISO 100, f11, and I'm going for a 1 minute exposure, possibly 1.5, or a little bit longer than a minute, just to see if I can get some decent movement in those clouds, or if it's just going to turn out a horrible orange colour. But I've tried to go more across, put the transport bridge across more to the left hand side of the image, which is where the kind of orangey grey cloud is, which is over there, and try to keep it more to the right, where you got the nicer cloud and the gaps to do the long exposure and get the cloud movement. So we'll see whether this works. Again, 2-second timer, and off we go. I'm not sure if they come up on camera, but I think I'm going to get bitten to death here, because just lots of mosquitoes just flying around all over the place. Just doing my head in. It's almost like I'm up in Scotland. Yeah, it's been a lovely evening, really quiet. So yeah, I think try somewhere else, see if that's any better. So they brought the trump cards back to Saltburn today, so might head over there and see if I can get any images from there. but yeah, I think I'm done here now. So, walking back, had to go back because it appears that most of the batteries dropped out of my camera bag before I put it back on my back. So I had to go back looking for my batteries, which is something I've had to do before, so that's the first as well. Yeah, still lovely night. It's clouded over a bit now, so not going to get much in the way of decent shots anymore, but if you want a reflection shot of the transport bridge, now's the time to get it. So yeah, it's looking nice, but the horrible grey orangey colour of the clouds in the background put me off the actual shot, so yeah. Oh, we'll see how this little vlog goes, see whether it's actually worth putting out there for you. I'm not sure it will be, but yeah, all we can do is see. See you later.